Alright guys, we're going to do another one here. I'm going to do this one on collecting seeds. Let's see what I got here. We're going to remove the seeds from this pod. Now, I haven't done these ones yet. This first year I grew these ones. The other ones I did, I could do these while they were green. So we're going to see if we can do these while they're green. Same. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. We just have to put them on a sheet and let them dry. Yep. So we're going to put them on a plate to start with. Sit down here so you guys can see me too. Okay. So we're going to take this. This is how I do it. I take it like this and I break it in the middle and I fold it so I can just sit here and do this number with my thumb. And I don't want to do it standing up because it's going to throw everything. But if you look on these, you got this little tiny piece of a green flower that's on here. So if you can, try to get those off first. And that's what I'm going to do right here. I'm going to just take it lightly here. And you can actually pull this stuff right off. You sometimes pull out a seed with it. And I do harvest my tomato seeds. I know that tomatoes, you can end up getting crossbreeds and stuff like that, but you know what? I actually like that because I have found really good varieties that way, you know, made my own pretty much. And I enjoyed it. And if you look at this, I should have let it go a little longer, but it was dying on the stick, because some of these are still green, but that's okay because I'm using these all for seed. The last ones I have out there, those ones will be for eating. Yeah, the center never finished drying. That's okay. I got plenty. 'Cause I still got a pretty good sized bag of sunflower seeds, so for planting. Okay. Show you guys this head now. See the difference between that? That one's pretty small, but that got all this green off there. We're going to set this down, and I'm going to somewhat separate these. Get these off of here and get rid of the green so I can just use the plate straight up. These will come out real fast now, or they usually do. This is a little green, so we'll see how it goes. I don't want to put the buggy before the horse, you know, kind of deal. See, that one there will never grow. So it'll go right back on that plate. Get rid of this stuff too. Alright, let's dump this over here. In case you're wondering where I dumped that, it's in the scraps that goes into my compost and my compost tea and my, all the good stuff. That's where the rest of this is going to go too, like that. And this, after I get the seeds out. You just kind of bend it and they pop out of there. Run your thumb back and forth across them. Now, like I said, some of these are still kind of, there's a bunch of them here that aren't, they'll never grow, but I'm not worried about it. There's not that many. There's a few mixed in there. I don't care. You can see them. They're the white ones. You just got to make sure when you're planting, you drop those. You know they're not going to grow, so you better make sure you drop some black ones. And if I feel like it, maybe sit here and pick them out too. But anyway, when we're done here, these will be set out to dry. Now, normally I'd do that outside, but I've been getting some nice rain showers. So, I'll leave them inside until these rain showers pass. Put on that, that's done. Yeah. Okay. Alright guys, so when you're doing your own seeds, your main thing is like tomato seeds. The difference is tomato seeds, I would wash them and clean them and then let them dry, to where these seeds they're not going to get washed. They're going to stay just like this and they're going to dry. So it depends on what seeds you're doing. You're removing and preparing, and you want to keep them in a cool, dry place. And this is something that I try to tell people all the time, that when you get those little packages in your pill bottles, in your purse when you buy a new purse, ladies, in your wallet when you buy a new wallet, guys, and sometimes in your jeans or pants or clothes, they're moisture packages. They draw the moisture. Okay, if they're hard, that means they've drawn up a bunch of moisture. But all you gotta do is let it dry, and then slowly and easily, don't rip the package, you break that loose again. If it's stuck hard in a spot, after it's been dried, you can break that loose back into a powder. You do it pretty much gently, because those packages will break open, and they're not poisonous. I'm going to tell you right now, you can go to the pet store or the cat aisle. I can't recall the exact ingredients that's in those packages, but it's in the same thing that they put in your cat litter to drop the moisture. And I know those packages say do not eat but if you do accidentally eat one, or your kid or somebody, I think they just tell you that it's going to come out the back end sooner or later. Yeah, these ones are in here pretty good compared to normal. Normally I'd have been done a long time ago on these, but I just popped them a little early. You know though, I just realized something. When I get done here, although I'm not going to put it out in the sun because, well, it's a little late, sun's down, going down, it's pretty much down. But I'll set the plate out on my deck because I've already killed a couple bugs here coming out of these flowers. Alright, that's good enough, I think. Got most of the darker ones, leave these white ones. Yeah, good enough. That'll all go in my compost. Yeah, see, there's a lot of these white ones here. Oh well. We'll separate those later. I don't even know if I want to even bother with these little guys because they're... Huh? No, looks like they're drier than these ones. They're done. Alright, so I'm going to do that. Move that there for a second. I want to check this out. Removing all this first. Yeah, this one, it's kind of weird this year. Seeing that big one there, how little these are. I used only my compost and slow active fertilizer on this one. I don't think that's any good. Smashed it. Anyway, and the other three all ended up with like 7 to 9 heads, real small like this, all small heads. And I used this new fertilizer that I'd seen this lady using. I wanted to give it a shot. I think I might use it next year on the tomatoes, because they normally only put out one big head. This put out 7 to 9, and I used this fertilizer. It's 20-20-20, and I used it when they were little. They're only a few inches tall, maybe 4 or 5 inches tall, and I'm thinking I might try it on some tomatoes next year and see if it makes them produce more tomatoes. But hopefully it doesn't make them produce a whole bunch more and they're all small. We'll find out. And I'll make sure I do a video on it. So that way we'll know if that fertilizer is good for, it says it's really good for your fruit, vegetables, and all that crap, but that's what they all say. One of the ones I do use a lot of, more than I should be because it's expensive, is the Alaskan fish mulch. I actually really like that because you can really see the difference in a plant when you feed it that. You see it right away too, within days, just bang. My first 3 tomatoes, the ones that made it through the freezes this year, didn't get killed off. Well, the rest of them I had to restart. I fed them that. Fish mulch right when they were starting to produce. You could see all their little tiny tomatoes starting, so I fed it that, and oh my god, within a week I had tomatoes all over it, ripening, just oh my god, some of the best tasting tomatoes. And I'll be honest with you guys, I started all the same ones again, so I'll be able to figure out what they are, which brand they are. Some of these are new to me, and I'm pretty sure these ones are, and if not, then they're that good because of that fish mulch. But because I started using that this year on my plants because I like to use it on my figs, and so I started using it on my garden plants too. And seems to really does work. I mean, but man, $25 a gallon. It's kind of steep, and it's hard on the pocketbook, you know. Especially when I'm sitting there looking at $25 and go, yeah, I spend $25 on some food for the plant or buy another plant. But you got the plants, got to feed them too. I know I make good fertilizer. I really don't need to buy the fish mulch, but I like to add it to mine. And I started thinking about it too. That fish mulch, as much as it costs, I mean, that stuff stinks too. Don't, I mean, that really ranks. I make some pretty rancid smelling tea, but it's nothing like that. Oh my god. Alright guys, I'll finish that up later. If you guys are still here, still watching, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. It really does help, and it's really gonna help me. And I'm trying to put out as many as I can, as often as I can. And like I've been saying, when I can start doing my shows and stuff, my live shows, then I can start talking to people and finding out what they like, and we'll get, and also I'll be able to help people on, things that they're doing and they're having a hard time with, and you ask me something that I haven't done or I'm not sure of, I'll flat tell you, and I'll tell you, hey, give me a couple days and I'll look it up and I'll search it out and I'll figure out what I can. I'll do everything I can within a reasonable time to try to help you out on it. But I can't guarantee that whatever I find is going to work for you as well. If I'm not sure, if I've never done it or something myself. But if it's something that I can do and you can't get it figured out, I'll try to do it myself for you, and that way I'll do a video of it afterwards or during to show you how I did it. And I'll even give people the opportunity on stuff like that. If I'm going to do a video of something that they want to know how to do, I can honor that video to that person. For the making of this video is for John Doe. Yeah. Anyway, guys, alright, if you're still here, please subscribe. Have a nice day, and we'll see you on the next one.